What's up, Twaggers? We're coming to you with the latest news on what's going on campus. I am Warren, and I'm joined by Shanice. How are you doing today, Shanice?
I'm doing just fine, Warren. Thanks for asking. Just enjoying the fall weather. It came late, but I'm happy that it's finally here. What do you got for us today?
Well, Shanice, I have some exciting news for us today. On Wednesday, October 4th, the student organization and the Association of Latin American Students will be hosting a fundraiser. Students will be selling tamales in the Hall of Governors from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., so please come out and support. You don't want to miss out on those tamales.
On October 4th, the Office of International Services will be hosting their Conversational Cafe. This is a monthly program where people share experiences through communication and help students improve and practice their English communication skills. The event takes place from 2:30 to 4 p.m. in the cafeteria. Snacks will be provided. Come out to meet and help your fellow students. And it's that time of the year again, students. FAFSA is open and you can start applying for your financial aid. If you are having trouble applying, the Office of Financial Aid is having a FAFSA workshop October 6th from 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. The workshop will be held in Computer Lab D2430E. The faster you finish your application, the more money you will be granted, so you don't want to wait too long to finish your FAFSA application. If you have any questions, send an email to mbenderitis@govst.edu.
Luckily, you brought that up. I should definitely go to the workshop to make sure I did my application right.
Same here. I don't want to deal with any problems because I forgot to sign something.
Kick off your weekend right by coming to the Family and Friends Weekends events hosted by Student Life. The first event, and probably the most anticipated one, is the Student Talent Show. We went out and asked Lisa and the Assistant Dean of Students, Dr. Cherie Sanderson, a couple of things about the talent show. Here's what they had to say.
GSU will hold a Family and Friends Weekend starting Friday, October 6th and continuing through Saturday the 7th, where students can unwind and have a little fun before midterms. One of the many exciting events that weekend will be a Student Talent Showcase held on October 6th at 8 p.m. in the Sherman Recital Hall. We got a chance to catch up with the coordinator of Student Life to give us some insight into why these kinds of events matter within the GSU student community.
And the whole purpose of Student Life in itself, creating programs that students are engaged in, is to ensure that you're finding your niche, whatever it is, that you're getting connected with friends that will be your friends for life.
There are many talented GSU students gearing up for the Talent Showcase. Talents like dancing, singing, rapping, and acting are in abundance. We found one student that was willing to sit down with us and talk about their upcoming talent show performance.
Hi, my name is Trelissa Moses, and I will be singing in GSU's open mic on October 6th. I knew I could sing since I was 5 years old. I began singing in my church choir, and by 8, I began to sing in talent shows, and I would do solos at church. And since then, I've been singing ever since. I decided to sing at the school's open mic because this is my last year, and I wanted to end it with a little bang. So I wanted to showcase my talent. I've been to a couple of the school's open mics, and I've just been a little nervous or a little shy to sing, and this time I actually want to do it. So
we are definitely looking forward to seeing all of the outstanding talent at the show. Once again, the talent show will be held Friday, October 6th at 8 p.m. in the Sherman Recital Hall.
It was great to see that there is an increase in events like the Talent Showcase.
I totally agree. I guess my special talent is being an excellent co-anchor on our Twag Show.
Same here, Shanice. In other news, on October 7th, the College of Health and Human Services will present the CDIS reunion at 4 p.m. Also, the Center of Performing Arts will feature the 3rd annual Citywide Stomping Grounds Rhythm Festival at 8 p.m. on October 7th with an all-college alumni reception from 6 to 7:30 p.m. in the Lakeside Lounge. Come out and have fun this weekend.
Before we head over to Arts and Culture with Brooke, on October 8th, Student Life will be hosting a Rock the Vote event. This event is happening from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. in the Hall of Governors. As an offspring of the Family and Friends Weekend, people can register to vote. So if you or someone you know are not registered to vote, come and get registered. For more info, send an email to ksledge@govst.edu. Coming up after this short break, Brooke will be talking about the up-and-coming theater performance presented by the Center for Performing Arts. There is also more to come about the Family and Friends event happening this weekend here at GSU.
Don't judge me. You are not without sin. I am not what you say I am. I own my identity.
If you've ever felt labeled, Nathaniel Hawthorne's classic play, The Scarlet Letter, is for you, for now, for the world we live in today. We have all worn the A. We have all been Hester. This is a new play inspired by an old story. At the heart of the play are life's struggles, judgment and freedom, desire and sin, the head and the heart. Our adaptation is about empowering people who have been labeled by others to reclaim and own their own identity.
It's almost that time of year again. The GSU Theater and Performance Studies program is getting ready to kick off their fall production of The Scarlet Letter. The Scarlet Letter is a story about a young woman named Hester Prynne. Hester has a child out of wedlock and is publicly shamed by her town by having to wear the scarlet letter A that represents adultery. At first, the symbol was meant to humiliate Hester, but over time, she uses the letter as a symbol of power. This classic tale explores the idea of sin, guilt, and punishment. We took this opportunity to talk to GSU students about their experience with the story and if they plan on seeing the production here on campus. Take a look at what they had to say.
GSU's Theater and Performance Studies Department puts on a wide variety of productions throughout the year. This year's fall production is The Scarlet Letter.
A lady, she slept with a married man. She was forced to wear scarlet letter A, for her part in it, but nothing happened to him, of course. So it's the same thing that happens today, except women don't walk around with an A on their chest.
Today it could be used as very much about slut shaming, like that's still kind of an issue in society, but it was all definitely about puritanical ideas of that time and how someone who did something that I guess was criminal, like cheating on her husband, was used to walk around town, had an A, and everyone just shamed her.
Sarah Saltwick shares a modern adaptation to Nathan Hawthorne's classic tale of The Scarlet Letter. She does a phenomenal job with relaying the messages to the current times. Here's what GSU students had to say about the production.
Looking forward to it, and it sounds like, based upon what I've been reading and hearing and seeing, it sounds like it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful program. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it.
I got an email about it and I was kind of interested, so I probably will come see it.
I would encourage anyone and everyone to come to the performance arts and look and see performances I have over the years I've been here, and I encourage anyone and everyone again to come and be part of that performing arts reviews and performances, and absolutely encourage the students. And where can you go to pay $10 to see a performance? So again, it's a wonderful program.
The first show will be held on Saturday, November 4th at 8 p.m. After that, you can catch the matinee show on Sunday, November 5th at 2 p.m. Tickets for the production are on sale now, $10 for students and $15 for everyone else. You can purchase them through the Center of Performing Arts page on Governor State's website or directly at the box office here on campus. In other news, as part of the Family and Friends event, GSU will be hosting a basketball game. Not a regular basketball game. This one is faculty against students. This will be happening October 5th in the gym at 5 p.m. To sign up, you have to go to your Jaguar Connection or call 708-235-7362. Up next, Warren will be sitting down with Jane Cox to talk about LGBTQ Awareness Month. We'll be right back after this short break.
It's on us to make sure she gets home safely.
We got you. Don't worry about it.
Don't be a bystander to sexual assault. Take action. Visit itsonus.org and take the pledge today.
October is LGBTQ History Month. Today we'll be taking the opportunity to see how GSU is measuring up with its efforts to include LGBTQ students. We're joined here by Jane Cox, who is the president of GSU Gender and Sexuality Club. Thanks for joining us today, Jane.
Thanks for having me, Warren.
Jane, what can you tell us about the curriculum here at GSU?
Well, as far as the curriculum providing some LGBTQ inclusive experiences, we have a wide variety of staff who are affiliated with the Gender and Sexuality program, and these faculty members come from a wide variety of backgrounds. They're pulled from all colleges at GSU, so they come not only from the College of Arts and Sciences, but College of Business, College of Education, College of Health and Human Services.
So diverse.
Yeah, so that's really helpful in an interdisciplinary field like gender and sexuality studies. The minor in gender and sexuality studies is open to all students, regardless of major. So what these students, we hope, will do is bring back what they learn in these classes and engage in conversations with their fellow students in their particular field of study.
That's very fascinating. Attending a school that has an LGBTQ intensive curriculum is related to a less hostile school environment. Are you seeing any indications of success or failure in this area?
Well, I'd hope that the GSU environment has never been actively hostile to LGBTQ individuals, but I have definitely seen some indications of success. One area of this is the safe zone training. Right now, safe zone training is available to GSU faculty and staff, not yet students, but this is a great program because it explores the dynamics of sexual orientation and gender, and it's really focused on how faculty and staff can support LGBTQ individuals and be allies to them in all stages of coming out and in regards to their orientations, identities, and so forth. That's been a great program, and so far over 80 faculty and staff members have taken advantage of this program. There'll be another Safe Zone training this month on October 24th, and that's been just a great help. Another indication of the success, I'd say, is that the Gay Straight Alliance has been very instrumental.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they also contributed to the gender neutral bathroom in C Wing, which is very helpful. And yeah, it's been a great response.
So can you tell us about any upcoming events that are happening in your organization, or your organization is sponsoring any upcoming events?
Sure, we have a few events for LGBTQ History Month. One that I'm very excited about is actually a performance at the Center for Performing Arts that's produced by Impact Theater. And this is a Chicago-based theater that primarily focuses on the African American experience. And this play called Starting Over actually deals with a biracial couple, male and female, who date in high school, black man, white woman. They get separated and then they meet up years later in the city, but one of them is now transgender. So it explores how their relationship changes, how society changes their view of them from a heterosexual couple, biracial couple in high school to now a gay couple as adults, and it's very fascinating. And we're going to have a pre-show. The Gender and Sexuality Club will be sponsoring pizza pre-show from 7 to 8. Before that show, tickets are available for GSU students for $10 each, and there will be a Q&A with the playwright and cast afterwards, so that should be a great event. There's also going to be a screening of the Gender Revolution documentary on October 16th at 4:30. That's in Engbritson Hall. And the Gender and Sexuality Club is also sponsoring a screening of the documentary Asexual on October 26th at 5:30 in the Hall of Honors, and we're also including pizza for that.
That is a fantastic thing. Can you give us some insight on some of the impact the organizations you have involved with the students?
Sure. One very promising thing that happened recently was we had a Welcome Week event a few weeks ago called LGBTQ 101. And we had a similar event last year, but our attendance had increased from like 400% this year from last year. So it was
that's phenomenal.
It was a tremendous success, and it was a great opportunity to sit down with incoming students and students who had been going here for a while and really talk to them about their experience, where they feel we need improvement as far as inclusivity. And it was wonderful to talk to them. And one thing that came from that was actually more of a need for coming out advocacy, kind of having mentors for that. So one thing that we would like to do coming up hopefully in November is have an open mic night and encourage individuals who are currently out to share their coming out story and experience in the hopes of empowering and encouraging those who are struggling with coming out to do the same.
I think that is a beautiful idea. So what are some things that we could do to like address the issues that people of LGBTQ affiliation like deal with at GSU?
Sure, well there are some good practices. One thing is to have faculty at the start of a semester when they go around the room and do the obligatory, who are you, what's your major, blah, 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 is to also include what each person's preferred pronoun is.
Okay.
That is a great practice. Another thing is to just consider how we speak. For example, instead of using terms such as sexual preference, sexual orientation. And then of course I would really encourage all GSU faculty and staff to take the Safe Zone training because it really brings up things you never even think of. I mean, no matter how enlightened you are or aware of these,
woke,
woke. There are things there are certain things that are so endemic to our culture that you don't even think about. So I would really encourage the Safe Zone training as well, and hopefully we'll open that to students at some point too, because our students have expressed interest in that too.
Well, thank you for joining us today. I've had a pleasure interviewing you. And this wraps us up at GSU. From me and the rest of the crew, you've all been twagged.